welcome. Together, we are going to tackle something that is a massive headache for pretty much any quality or operations team out there, the absolute chaos of manually tracking supplier certifications. We're going to break down how you can go from that constant stress to a state of calm, automated compliance.
So be honest for a second. Does this sound familiar? That feeling of just drowning in spreadsheets? You're constantly chasing down suppliers, digging through different portals, sending another just following up email, all to make sure one critical certification hasn't expired. It's a huge pain point, and let's face it, it is just exhausting.
And this is the daily grind, right? You're living in these massive spreadsheets that are out of date the second you save them. You're on this endless hunt through emails and supplier portals, and then you get to the really fun part: downloading the file, renaming it correctly, saving it in the right folder, and then, of course, updating yet another database. Every single one of those manual steps is just a wide open door for human error.
And here is the thing that really matters. This whole manual mess, it's not just a drain on your team's time. It's not just bad for morale. It is a genuine, major risk to your entire business. Because an expired certificate isn't just a piece of paper, it can bring everything to a grinding halt. Let's just lay it all out, side by side. On one hand, you have the manual risks, that constant threat of expired certs, which can lead to really expensive production delays, and of course, the super stressful failed audits. But on the other side, you have automated reliability. We're talking on-time renewals, zero production downtime, and being audit-ready 24/7. The difference is just night and day. The good news is, you absolutely do not have to live with that risk. There is a much, much better way. So let's pivot away from the problem and start looking at the solution. And in this case, that solution is a platform called ZAPTEST. So, what is it really? At its heart, ZAPTEST is designed to do one thing and do it incredibly well. It takes that fragile, error-prone, manual process we've been talking about and completely transforms it into a solid, reliable, and perfectly auditable automated workflow.
So how does it do it? Well, it works in 4 really simple steps. First, the system constantly monitors for any upcoming expiration dates. Then, it automatically goes and fetches the new documents, whether they're in a portal or buried in an email. Third, it updates all of your internal systems and databases. And finally, it alerts everyone who needs to know. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's totally hands-free.
Okay, so how does it actually do all that? Well, the magic is really just some brilliant technology. It uses AI-powered computer vision, which basically means it can see and interact with any application on the screen just like a person would. And this is huge. No complicated API integrations are needed. It can process hundreds of certificates at a time, it logs every single action for a perfect audit trail, and it just runs in the background 24/7.
That all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually mean in practice, right? What are the real, tangible results for teams who put this into place? The first one, and honestly the most critical, is this: near 100% on-time supplier renewals. Just think about that for a second. It means you can virtually eliminate the risk of production stopping or failing compliance, all because of one missed expiration date. And hey, it's not just about avoiding risk. It's about getting your time back. We are talking about saving dozens of precious team hours every single month. That's all that time that used to be spent chasing, downloading, and updating. Now your team has it back to focus on work that actually moves the needle. I think this quote just sums up the whole transformation perfectly. It fundamentally changes the job of quality assurance. Your team goes from being reactive, always putting out fires, to being proactive, totally compliant, and always ready for an audit at a moment's notice. So let's end with this thought. Just imagine your team is no longer bogged down in that manual nightmare. They suddenly have dozens of extra hours every single month. The real question is, what could your team achieve? What could they innovate? What could they build with all of that time back?